Evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the interview that I had with a retired Nazarene pastor, Ray Sharps, and then I'll be comparing him in between myself of the social institution of religion. What we have in similarity is that both him and I were brought up in the Nazarene Church. I will say though that we both have this, again, he's about 40 years older than I am, so there's this generation gap in how this idea of the moral prescription of behavior, how should we act as Christians within this moral compass. And what I found very interesting and what was very different was he brought about this issue in his family about this idea of modesty and appropriateness. His mom, basically what happened was she did not want him to play basketball because she saw men wearing shorts as something that was inappropriate or even sexually charged, which was very interesting in that she was brought up in the Nazarene church as well and very involved in church and what Christianity was about, but she had this constraint put on Ray about how he needs to carry himself and what he should be entertaining and what how he should be dressed. For me personally, and how that is different is my parents did not necessarily impose that kind of thing whenever I played basketball. Shorts was something that you always wore whenever you did sports. But maybe what was different and what was maybe up and coming in terms of like my generation was this idea of movies. And my parents did put a major constraint in terms of like the movies that I watched and how we shouldn't watch movies that were objectifying women or were high in profanity or anything like that. And we were brought up that way. And that was deemed as appropriate or anything like that, what was deemed right. But it's more of the fact that this generation gap, kind of like what was deemed as conservative, was a little bit different. And that has changed throughout, over the years and how that comes about. But that's one major example of, this interview and the comparisons between Ray and I. So thank you for listening.